Heimdall airspace in 3 minutes. Let's head straight for Draco's Plaza after entering.
Orbital engines and flight engines are both running at optimal levels here. We're ready for combat anytime.
I don't doubt the enemy's mothership will try and attack, but you just leave that to us.
Understood. Enlighten me on one detail before I go, if you will. Why exactly is Elise on the Courageous?
I know you don't approve of my being here, Rain. But please, allow me the privilege of at least watching over you. I won't ask to accompany you like your classmates, I promise.
That goes without saying. I know you can use a sword, but not anywhere near the level.
Alright, we get it.
We know you're worried about her, but try and see things from her side.
If I may be frank, we couldn't ask for a better way to keep you in check than having her on board.
For once, we're in agreement.
Damn you guys.
Thank you all for your support.
As if anyone in here could turn down those doe eyes of yours, young lady.
Remember, there are a lot of people here waiting for you to come home safely. So don't you dare do anything too rash.
I concur. You need something to restrain her.
You too, Valimar?
Afraid you're completely outnumbered, Reen.
You're not going to change their minds, so you might as well just give up and accept fate.
Come on, Reen. You should know when to pick your battles at this point in the game.
Fine.
Thank you, Reen. And everyone else, too.
Honestly. Oddly enough, I think that little exchange helped ease the tension around here.
There's a break in the clouds ahead.
Coming out into Heimdall airspace!
Whoa!
How can something like that exist?
That thing's gotta be like, what, 800 arch tall?
It's called the Infernal Castle. It once appeared during the War of the Lions as well.
And from there, it must have been sealed away by Dracos the Lionheart and the Lance Maiden.
What are they trying to do with it?
Look, there.
Distance is 2,500. It's coming this way. They've activated their gun turrets. They're not even issuing any warnings. All engines, full power. Land the ship in Draco's Plaza. Dodge any attacks coming our way.
Aye, Captain.
12 seconds till we reach max speed.
Main cannons and secondary armaments are ready to fire.
All crew members, prepare for impact and the effects of G-forces!
Magic Knights!
I figured they'd show up.
Looks like Valimar and I will have to...
Leave them to us! The plan was that we would take care of everything here. And we will do so. Please, proceed onward.
Patrick! Celestine!
We'll be counting on you. Good luck!
Back me up, Loggins!
Right back at you.
Here we go, Emily.
Right!
As a member of the Florald family, I shall not be defeated.
And I will gladly fight at your side, Master Vincent.
Let's go, Highbell.
What kind of second years would we be if we didn't help out our underclassmen?
Let the battle begin!
rate, we might not have to actually do anything.
Sounds fine by me. Still, don't you think it's about time you stopped holding back?
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Oh dear, it looks like we may have to fight after all.
What's the world coming to when a guy can't even have a smoke in peace?
Well then, let's not keep them waiting.
Now's our chance.
Take care, everyone. May Adios be with you all.
Right!
Courageous, begin rapid ascent. We need to draw the enemy mothership's attention.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Way to go, Reen!
What great power.
Wait! What's that? Is that some sort of spiritual wall?
Yes, it's a spiritual barrier, and an incredibly powerful one at that.
Ugh, damn her!
Whoa!
Looks like it's not going to work. If Valimar can't break through it, there's no way Lammy can.
Ugh. Isn't there anything we can do?
I think there is. Thanks to the Zemurian ore, I should be able to amplify my power and channel it through my sword. Can you do that, Valimar?
It is theoretically possible. Bear in mind, the burden will result in me being immobile for some time.
Sorry to ask, but let's do it! Spirit unification!
Cool. It's just like what Crow did with Ordain.
Now, everyone, let's get inside!
Follow Reen's lead!
Understood.
Entered the castle. But the barriers reappeared over the entrance.
Seriously?
Looks like we're just gonna have to leave everything to them now.
Good luck, everyone. Adios. Please watch over them.
Okay, now this is a final dungeon.
Words seem to have little meaning at this point. Yeah. All we can do is steel ourselves and get moving.
Crow and the Azure Knight are in here, right?
Yes, and I'm almost certain Vita is too.
Duke Cayenne and the Crown Prince are likely accompanying them as well.
Xeno and Leo are probably waiting in ambush somewhere around here, I guess.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we met one or two Ouroboros enforcers along the way.
How are you holding up, Reen? Not too tired?
I'm fine, thank you.
I foresee several hours of rest being required. By my calculations, I should return to peak condition in time for the battle against the Azure Awakener.
Good to hear. All right, ready to get moving? This place carries its weight in history, with ties to both the Divine Knights and the War of the Lions. But that doesn't matter.
Not now, anyway. All that matters is that you're here, and you have everyone back at the Academy behind you. No matter what you face here. Never forget that.
Thank you, Instructor.
We won't. Well, with that said, Class 7, our mission is to investigate this strange castle and find a way to return things to normal. Remember, we're also here so we can carve out a future we've chosen for ourselves. And if we want Crow to be a part of that future, it's time we show him just how far we've come by being together. There's no turning back from here. So let's just keep moving forward.
All right.
What is this place? I can sense the wind rising upwards.
Could that be some sort of magical elevator?
I bet we can use that to go up to the next stratum.
Not if I have anything to say about it!
Well, well, look who finally showed up.
Some people never learn.
My apologies for dropping in like this. Truly, our reunion could not come about on a more spectacular stage.
The only thing spectacular here is your terrible taste.
It is said that she, too, once challenged this legendary castle. There would be no greater honor for me than to be able to demonstrate my strength here.
She?
I assume she's referring to the Steel Maiden, Ouroboros' seventh Anguis.
Although, there are some who speculate her to be St. Leanne Sandlot herself. But that's impossible!
Come to think of it, weren't we saved by someone similar to St. Sandlot in Lohengrin Castle?
Possibility did cross my mind, but...
Still, with a name like the Stall Ritter, it's abundantly clear that inspiration was drawn from the Lance Maiden and her Eisenritter if nothing else.
Indeed. She saw my potential and guided me in all her wisdom. Graciously ushered me to new heights few could ever hope to reach. Someone from a mere branch like the Arcade School could never hope to compare.
Interesting. The chance to face an opponent related to my life's goal is a gift I am rarely presented. Duvalie, it would be an honor to test my skill against yours. Neither to prove the Arcade School is more than a branch, nor to defend its name. But simply so that together, we may both aspire to greater heights.
I can't help but feel she's won the duel before the battle's even begun.
I think you've chosen the wrong girl to pick a fight with this time.
Still, I'm sure she has her reasons for acting the way she does.
Ha ha ha.
Stop staring at me like I'm some sort of naughty child! It's all very well to talk big, but it means nothing without strength to back it up.
If I may interject, a spectacular stage is nothing without a spectacular cast. What say you, Class 7, to settling things between us in one last performance? Ha-ha! It's a terrible shame I can't do the same with my worthy rival here and now. But there are certainly worse ways to pass the time than crushing the dreams of those with whom he placed his faith. Well, enough prattle. Shall we begin? You, with the power of an ogre, and you, the famous purple lightning. Show to me the beautiful emptiness that lies at the very depths of despair.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
Don't hold back, because I certainly won't. On my name is the foremost knight of the Stone Ritter, Duvalie the Swift. You shall be defeated!
Ready your sword!
Class 7, let's get this done and keep moving.
All right.
We were victorious.
That was some fight.
We won, but just barely.
The strength of Ouroboros' prime members is not to be underestimated.
Well, you have aptly demonstrated that you can overcome despair. But alas, you may have been a little too unlucky with your opponent.
What are you...
This can't be happening. I couldn't have been defeated. The swordsmanship of the illustrious Steel Maiden could never be surpassed by this rabble. Impossible. Ridiculous. I won't let it happen! Too late!
This is what she is capable of?
So this is why they call her Duvalie the Swift.
Her speed is incredible.
She may not have a number among the enforcers, but it's most assuredly not for lack of skill. So long as her lord wills it, she'll fight till she's breathed her last. And with that, the first act was a most impressive performance. But now begins our second act of despair.
This isn't looking good. What can we do?
We need to find some way to turn this in our favor.
I'm afraid they have to bow out for now, but not to worry. The real stars of Act 2 have arrived.
That sounds like...
Could it be?
Come on, pay attention now.
Oh my!
They're fast!
Your Highness, Toval!
You came to help us?
If I didn't know you, I'd almost think you were there the whole time.
Well, we weren't standing around waiting for the right time to make our grand entrance, I'll give you that much.
Speak for yourself. And if you must know, Class 7, the situation in Western Erebonia has finally turned in our favor. And as soon as it did, we made for the capital as fast as we could. Even so, we only just arrived.
Thank goodness for that.
We're grateful to have your support.
Ha ha ha! To think I would get the chance to face you here after all, Prince Olivert! The goddess has truly shined her light upon us. Or the devils have cast their shadows at the very least.
Ugh! Who cares about a debaucherous prince and some bracer who's only as good as his arts? If you're going to try and talk big, at least bring Mueller Vander with you.
Oh, but we did bring him.
Pardon?
Contrary to the inside, things weren't looking so hot out in front of the castle, so we asked him to stay out there and hold the line. His friend showed up to help too, so who wants to bet how long it'll take before they got everything under control?
His friend? You couldn't mean...
Witness the sword of a Vander!
He's incredible.
So he's the young lion of the Vanders.
I would expect nothing finer from those charged with protecting the Imperial family.
Ladies and gentlemen of Thors, I've come to your aid. We should be able to handle everything here until reinforcements are...
Here! You're finished!
Instructor Neidhart!
You came to help us?
Having him around will help even the odds a little.
Nice to see you made it, Neidhart. I heard they were keeping you busy over by the east exit. Didn't think you were going to show up so soon.
Brigadier General Wallace called for a temporary ceasefire in light of the current situation. Once I received permission from the Lieutenant General, I came here as fast as I could. I'm more surprised that you were able to make it this far into the city.
I'm only here because that idiot got it in his brain to burst in with his usual fanfare. But I left the babysitting duties to Tovar, so not to worry. I can give this battle my full attention.
Is that so? In that case, what would you say to a friendly wager? Say, which of us can take down more of these knights?
You're on. We haven't had one of those since our days in the same battalion.
Oh my! What a combination of chiseled physiques and battlefield camaraderie! Would you mind if I joined in the fun too?
Friend of yours, perhaps?
Let's just focus on fighting for now.
You just leave things here to us.
It looks like you've got quite the climb ahead of you. Rouse those fighting spirits of yours. And do what you can to save Cedric.
Yes, Your Highness!
We won't let you down.
Kick some ass, Toval.
We're counting on you. Please, stay safe.
May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you.
You're not going anywhere!
Your Highness!
Right there with you.
Arcus, activate!
Are they both casting arts at the same time?
What fun! How often does one get to do battle with two distinguished arts users at once? Then it seems I will have to demonstrate my proficiency with my own magic as well.
This is not the time to try and one-up each other! No! No! Come back here! Get back here, damn it!
Wow, talk about quick.
You've been advancing the castle at an impressive rate.
I thought so.
Fee.
I knew it was you two. I thought you were busy over in the west.
We were, but Duke Cayenne called us back here yesterday.
Fortunate, as that allows us this chance to settle things with you.
True.
You okay, Fee?
Don't worry about me. I've got no more hesitations. I want to know what happened a year ago. Why you all left me behind after the boss died. Where the others are. What they're doing now. I've wanted those answers for a long time. And today, I want you to give me them.
Well, I don't think it'd hurt to tell her something. She's made it this far. She deserves a reward, don't you think?
Perhaps so. The reason we left you behind was because that was the boss's will.
His will?
Before he went to settle things with the Red Constellation's war god, he gave us a message. He told us, if he died in that battle, we should get you out of the core once and for all.
As you may be aware, the boss was opposed to you being an active part of the Corps from the start. I imagine he thought it was a good time to stop you from remaining a part of it any longer.
He'd also figured out that the guild got wind of his duel, so he told us to try and make sure the Purple Lightning would find you and take you in.
It's hard to believe we're talking about the leader of a major Jaeger Corps here.
He fits the profile in his file, all right. Well, more like it doesn't even do him justice.
He's a man worthy of his title for bearing so much concern for his subordinates.
Boy, did I get played. Never guessed all that was his plan when I took her under my wing. He always was the clever sort.
As for the other question, the one about where the others are and what they're doing,
that we can't answer. Surely that comes as no surprise. You're no longer part of the Corps. Outsiders have no business being kept abreast of our internal affairs.
Still, if you really want to know, you could always beat it out of us. That's how us Jaegers do business, right?
Back before I joined Class 7, I always had to rely on others to protect me. When I was left wandering battlefields with nowhere to go, I only survived because the boss cared for me. When I fought battle after battle for the Corps, I only lived to see another day because of the things you two taught me. And when you left me behind, I only got by because Sarah rescued me. One misstep was all it would have taken for me to lose my way. But ever since enrolling at the academy, I've finally been able to work towards changing that. Now I'm no longer completely reliant on others. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I've become someone capable of protecting the family I treasure, instead of hopelessly being protected by them. And I was able to prove that too. Because when I was separated from everyone this time, I was able to fight to take them, and everything else I lost, back again.
Fee.
You sure did. I'm not the girl you knew anymore. I'm no longer a child who can't do anything alone, who can't decide anything for herself. It doesn't matter if it's the academy or the Corps. If it's to protect what I care about, I'll strive every day to get stronger and stronger. Not because becoming stronger to earn what you want is the way of a Jaeger, but because it's my way as an individual.
And don't you forget it!
Well, I'll be. Hard to believe how much that little pipsqueak from back then's grown.
The boss seems to have got his wish, although I doubt even he foresaw how far you would come.
What terrifying battle auras.
So, what do you say?
Show us you can flap with your own wings instead of just being coddled in the nest.
As for the rest of you, you can show us whether you have the strength to surpass us and step farther inside.
Gladly.
Commencing hostilities. Let's take him out.
Understood.
You're not known as some of the strongest Jaegers around for nothing.
What incredible power! I can see why their threat level's down as level 5 now.
Who'd have thought that a bunch of kids would be able to corner us like this?
This could be quite an enjoyable battle after all.
What?
Did we barely even harm them?
Black battle auras.
We can answer your question from earlier, but I'm afraid our contract forbids us from letting you go any farther.
We've got our pride as a Jaeger Corps, you know. So long as we live, you ain't taking a single step past us.
they were strong, but not this strong.
I don't think I have a choice here.
We made it just in time.
Shall we go on the offensive?
What?
Wait, huh?
The hell?
Sharon? Claire, you're here!
Oh, look, it's my two favorite people.
It's so wonderful to see you again.
I'm pleased to see everyone as well. It took some time to catch up to you.
Haha! Well, look who decided to show up.
The severing chains and the icy maiden. We couldn't pray to the goddess for two people more worthy of our time.
We'll handle them! Keep going!
Leave everything to us.
Thank you.
I'm sure you two will hold your own just fine.
Take care, you two.
Can't say I ever wanted to end up indebted to either of you, but I owe you guys a beer.
Just be careful, okay? The same to you, my lady. See ya, Claire!
Stay sharp, Million.
V! The others in the Corps are doing just fine. They're acting separately from us right now, to bring back the boss.
What?
What?
Go onward. The next foe you face is the strongest of all. Don't let your guard down for even a second.
Here we are.
I think we're at the end of this stratum.
I feel as though we've just stepped into an ancient temple of some description.
Oh, look! There's the elevator over there!
Stay on guard, everyone.
We all know you're there, so you can come right on out. McBurn, the almighty conflagration.
We saw each other at the Duke's fortress, right? Bet you're as psyched as I am to have been dragged out to a place like this.
You've got that right.
If you don't want to be here, then you can get out of our way and leave. Enforcers are pretty much allowed to do whatever they want in Ouroboros, right?
What do you mean, whatever they want?
I do recall Sharon saying something along those lines. Boy, you guys get way too much freedom. I guess I can't talk, though.
What a peculiar organization.
Well, I could, I guess. I've got about zero interest in anything you kids are fighting for. And I'm not Erebonian, so not like it matters to me who wins the war either. I've just got one order of business to take care of, then I'll be happy to get out of your faces.
What are you planning?
You've got the Purple Lightning with you, but we can have fun some other time. Reen Schwarzer, get your Divine Knight in here.
What?
Are you planning on trying to defeat him all by yourself?
But that's ludicrous. That's exactly what I'm planning. Don't get me wrong, kinda curious about what your powers can do now. But I shouldn't need to hold back at all in a one-on-one against that giant hunk of metal. So come on, don't be shy. Hurry up and call him.
He's serious. Don't listen to him. Remember your battle with the Azure Awakener. You won't have that chance if you call him now.
Yeah, I know. You're strong. It's frighteningly clear how much your abilities are in a whole different league to the rest of us. I doubt there's anything in this world that it can't incinerate.
I feel the same way. I can only guess what you have is somehow connected to the divergent laws of Ouroboros.
Not another word, little lady. Well, you're right. Still want to try your luck against me?
That's right. I'd be a fool to think we can completely defeat you. But I have every reason to believe we can cleave open a path past you. On behalf of everyone who's ever placed their faith in us, we will overcome, no matter how strong a demon you are.
Right!
Guess I shouldn't hold back one bit.
As long as we're together, nothing will stand in our way. Go on, Lammy! Show him what you can really do!
I shall demonstrate all the pride the Alberean name has to offer.
I'll do all I can to suppress the power of his flames.
Okay. If that's how you want to do it. So let's knock it off with the tired one-liners and get down to business. You can do all the talking you want after.
Don't be afraid. Class 7, our objective is to force our way past him.
Make sure you all have combat links enabled. We're going to need them to stand a chance.
Understood.
He isn't known as one of the strongest in Ouroboros for nothing.
Damn, this is good. Looks like you guys will do just fine.
What's happening?
Those flames around him.
Who cares what Abyss and Steel have planned? I've been struggling to find someone ever since that idiot Louve went and kicked it.
Louve? Lenhart the Blade Lord?
I can't wait to see how much I have to turn up the heat to take you kids out.
What? How?
This is what you meant by all of you? Get out of the way!
He really is the blazing demon.
He's just like the flame demon in ancient legend.
How can anyone be this strong?
I don't like doing it, but it's better than us all dying here. Heed my call! Valor!
That won't be necessary. Take this! Shining Phoenix Slash!
Viscount Arsene.
I see I arrived not a moment too soon. I'm proud of you for withstanding his assault like that.
Your lordship!
I think I'm in love.
I mean, thank you for coming.
That's the Radiant Blade Master for you. Thank goodness you're here.
Thank you so much for coming.
We're glad you're here.
The Radiant Blade Master, Victor S. Arsene. How could I forget there was always one guy around here worth my time? Well, no matter how skilled you might be, your sword isn't going to be enough to defeat me. But you don't need me to tell you that, right?
It's a sword from a higher plane. No, it's...
That sword shouldn't be able to exist in this world.
It's called the demonic sword Angbar. It was paired with the sword Kernvita that Ludwig used way back when. But the two of us go so well together that it ends up looking a little more something like this.
Whoa!
Black flames?
You ready to get started? Even if it's so damn obvious you're not gonna win.
How naive.
Me?
But go on, Charles.
If there's any blade that could stand its ground in this battle, he'd be the one once wielded by the second in command of the Eisenritter.
Power is but an extension of oneself. And what is a sword if not power wrought in steel? I can't deny that your unnatural power far surpasses what I can call forth. But ultimately, it's not the might of one's blade, but will and strength of spirit that decide the battle. And so they shall, here and now!
Have it your way! Your will is just one more thing I can burn to cinders. Together with your sword and that wing of light around it!
Don't make me laugh!
There's any weapon in the army with that much power. I don't think even Lammy could block attacks that strong.
Go now! There are more important matters for you to take care of.
Now's our chance. Let's get to the elevator.
Understood.
There's another elevator.
That must lead us to the castle's highest point, the Vermillion throne. What should we do?
The only thing we can do. This marks the end of our investigation. We can't go onward with just us, though. We need to call the others. Class 7's only truly complete when all of us are together. It wouldn't be right to have them wait downstairs while we finish things up.
Of course.
We've come this far together. We need to finish together, too.
Would kind of be weird if half of us were missing from the final showdown, yeah.
It's tempting to feel nostalgic about how far we've come at this point, but that can wait until we're celebrating our victory.
Well, just make sure you're completely ready before stepping onto it.
He really came.
Welcome all to our Tales Grand Finale.
We're here, Crow.
Hard to believe it's been less than 3 weeks since we last met.
You're telling me. You all look so grown up now. All those ordeals you put yourself through have paid off in spades.
That's certainly one way to look at it. As much as I hate to admit it, I doubt we could win against you otherwise.
The trials we faced brought us together and made us stronger. I couldn't be more pleased with what we had to do to come this far.
I was finally able to move forward too. So yeah, I like to think I grew up a bit.
A lot of stuff's changed, but you guys ain't one of them.
And that's not all. We're here on behalf of Toa, Angelica, and George, too. I promised them I'd bring you back and force you to graduate with them. And it's a promise I intend to keep.
Oh man, give me a break. You're telling me you've done all that and it still hasn't dawned on you. Get it through your thick skull, it's not gonna happen.
That's not true, Crow. Those who are confronted with impossible odds can choose to react in one of two ways. Abandon hope and accept a pitiful fate, or cling to that hope and forge ahead, overcoming any and all that life throws their way. That's what it means to dream. Vita.
She's absolutely right.
Maybe we are just young and naive. But if anything, I feel that it was our youth and naivete that allowed us to come this far to begin with.
And we've done it without losing a single member along the way, carrying the hopes of everyone we've met with us. I'd say that's pretty amazing, wouldn't you?
And for that, I don't see any harm in dreaming of the tomorrow that we all want to come. No one can say that the chances of it happening are zero after all.
And all things considered, I'm in something of a difficult position as well. So I sincerely hope you don't think yourself some special snowflake compared to the rest of us.
Yeah, join the club. My background's all weird too. So spit it out. Tell us what you really want. You can deal with all the crappy stuff later.
Honestly.
You may have joined the Academy to stop people from working out your true identity, sure. But you made a big mistake by letting yourself get wrapped up with a bunch of softies like Class 7.
Yeah, no kidding. You guys would haunt me to the ends of the earth, wouldn't you?
My, what a touching spectacle. You work tirelessly to pursue the impossible together. You lose yourself in the passion of the moment. Innocence truly is the privilege of the young.
Duke Cayenne.
Oh, that's His Highness the Crown Prince.
He's been blindfolded.
Have you no shame?
And what's that huge red thing behind him?
That's the Vermillion Knight, Testarossa. It was sealed away under the capital a long time ago, and it was responsible for countless calamities.
It's often referred to as the demon which wields 1,000 weapons. And to expand on what Emma said, the ones who supposedly sealed it away were Dreikel's the Lionheart and the Lance Maiden.
Ha ha! It certainly was. And the only ones capable of rousing it from its slumber are descendants of the Honor bloodline. Thus, why His Highness has so graciously chosen to cooperate with us.
Duke Cayenne, surely you realize how utterly disrespectful you are being.
I have a little dream of my own, see? A dream my ancestor was unable to reach in his lifetime. One that I will make a reality in his place.
A dream?
What ancestor?
Wait, was this ancestor alive during the War of the Lions?
Precisely! Emperor Orthros Raise Arno, born to the first of the Emperor's secondary wives, the daughter of a duke. He occupied Heimdall at the time of the War of the Lions, but fell to Dreichels and became known as the False Emperor, and I inherit his blood.
Possible.
I had no idea that the Cayenne family were descendants of the False Emperor.
Hardly a surprise. When the war came to a close, that truth was buried. I suppose it was Emperor Dreichels' way of trying to avoid any further conflict among the nobles. But not a day, not one day in all these years has my family forgotten the sheer humiliation. And so I dreamed of a future where I would take back the Vermillion Knight and this Infernal Castle. The proofs of ownership over this city that Emperor Orthros had disgracefully stripped away.
That's all?
You occupied Heimdall and started a civil war, and that's your reason?
Well, the Chancellor's death was desirable regardless, and the Society's diva provided invaluable assistance. The Imperial Liberation Front proved to be serviceable pawns. The Azure Awakener managed to awaken his knight. The time was right in all regards. Only a fool would idly watch this moment pass. I did intend to operate the Vermillion Knight myself, but as I feared, only those of direct descent are capable of doing so. And yet it matters not. I have everything I need to return this city to its original, rightful form as His Highness's guardian. Once my will is done, I shall restore order to Erebonia, returning it to the way it once was and always should have been. That is my ambition. My family's destiny.
What nonsense.
He doesn't care about anyone but himself.
I'm afraid I can't even pretend to care about your ambitions. It's not my place to decide how Erebonia should be run, and I'm not here to lecture you on your ancestors' transgressions.
Oh?
We have our own ambitions. We're here because we promised Princess Alvin and Prince Olivert that we would rescue their brother from your clutches. And if putting a stop to your dream is what it takes to save His Highness the Crown Prince, then that's exactly what we'll do.
You impudent little...
I think everyone has said their piece now.
You won't be going back on your word to let us handle this part, right?
Huh. Do as you wish. It should provide some light entertainment until the ritual is complete. I expect to be amused.
We could skip right to using our knights, but might as well savor the moment while we still can, right? So for the opening act, I'll fight you as I am now. Crow versus Class 7.
Crow.
Very well.
And I'll be fighting alongside him. Seeing as how you have the famed purple lightning with you, it wouldn't be much of a fair fight otherwise.
Aw, you flatter me. Sadly, I trust your idea of a fair fight about as much as I trust me missing a point-blank shot.
Oh, do excuse me. Emma, I want you to fight with everything you have. We'll see whether you have the resolve necessary to shoulder a witch's burden.
Don't worry, I will. Not because of the duty I've been given, but to demonstrate the limitless potential I've found within myself.
As the last remaining member and leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, I'm gonna make our very last fight one to remember.
And as the one tasked with guiding you to the end, I think it's time I did just that.
A combat link?
They can do that?
It makes no difference to us. Class 7, ready yourselves! Because combat link or not, I know we'll triumph!
Right!
Oh my. I didn't see this coming.
What'd I tell you? Don't underestimate my classmates. They're a tough crowd for being all dreams and sunshine.
So they are.
Crow.
Vita.
Ah, enough of this nonsense! I need not remind you how if you were to lose against them, our contract would...
Butt out, you.
I beg your pardon?
Alright, let's wrap this up. This is it, Reen. You ready for the finale?
Ready? I was waiting on you. Heed my call.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Acknowledged.
This is a battle between Awakeners. None should interfere.
She's right. All we can do is watch.
It's frustrating to be unable to help, but if we must...
We'll just have to put our trust in Reen.
Is that the sword you forged from Vermillion ore? Pretty impressive. Guess I don't have to hold back anymore. What, you getting cold feet or something?
Yeah, I think I am. Regardless of whether I win or I lose, this is the end. And I can't help but get this nagging feeling like things will never be the same between us after this. I think that's what I'm afraid of.
Don't act so spoiled!
The future you want is only gonna happen by making the most of the present. Whatever happened to dragging me back to the academy and forcing me to graduate?
You're right. This time, I'm not going to hold back. This isn't a fight for this nation's future. It's got nothing to do with our classmates. This is a fight for me. Right now, all that matters to me is surpassing you.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Divine Knights are all about power, pure and simple. You shouldn't have to think about your feelings. They should just be a part of you. And just as a blacksmith pours his soul into forging a stronger sword, you should use those feelings to strengthen your resolve.
Okay, we've talked long enough. Let's go. I won't let anyone interfere. This is going to be our final battle.
That's exactly how I want it to be. We'll fight until we can fight no more. Until our strength runs dry and our souls burn out!
No way!
He did it?
He won?
Yep, I think the victor is clear. The battle goes to Reen.
Yes, he did it!
He really won.
I'm so happy.
Unbelievable!
You fought splendidly, Reen.
Hey, get hold of yourself!
It's okay. I'm fine.
Reen!
Hey guys, thanks for believing in me. It means a lot.
Of course we did.
It was pretty nerve-wracking, though.
Still, I knew that you would be able to win if you put your heart into it.
Indeed. I felt the same way.
You two were in your own little world, you know.
True. I don't think we could have interfered even if we wanted to.
Where'd you pull all those cheesy lines from, anyway?
How inspiring. I won't let anyone interfere, and we'll fight until our souls burn out, hmm?
Have you ever considered, I don't know, reading the atmosphere?
Man, I love you kids.
You should take it easy for now. You've lost quite a lot of mana.
Honestly, it's got nothing to do with our classmates, he says. And then what does he do? He goes and pulls off Arcus links with them perfectly mid-battle. Kinda contradicting yourself, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. I didn't do it on purpose, though. I just did it unconsciously. I guess all their feelings have become a part of me at this point. My classmates, Valomar's, probably even yours, Crow.
Now, isn't that something?
Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. You reach the point where you can feel others as a part of yourself. Congrats on getting a glimpse of the true heights of swordsmanship.
No, it's a little hard to describe. It was almost as if I was dreaming. I just did it without thinking. I'm not sure I would be able to do the same thing again, to be honest.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, Reen.
Well, there's a letdown.
Honestly, I couldn't agree more.
Oh well.
Seems like you've still got a long way to go before reaching those heights, much like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't need to laugh that much.
I swear, there's no room for debate with you, is there? You beat me. Fair and square. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Sorry about this, Vita. After you did so much for me, I ended up letting you down.
Oh, don't trouble your pretty head over that. True, this wasn't what I had in mind, but I'm perfectly content with happy endings.
What?
Enough of this! What is the meaning of this, witch? Do you mean to suggest that is all you intend to do?
Oh, I forgot he was there.
Duke Cayenne?
Yeah, same here. Totally forgot.
From the beginning, the Society's objective was to prepare this stage for its participants. I seem to recall telling you I had no interest in anything other than the battle between Azure and Ashen. Did you forget, perhaps?
Vita? But what was the point in this battle to begin?
Silence! You will be silent! If that's how you want to be, then I'll simply have to do things my own way!
He can't mean...
Wait! Don't do it!
Come now, Your Highness. The time has come to rule with force. Let the ancient Arnor blood course feverishly through your veins.
No! Please! Please!
Your Highness!
You monster! How could you?
No, it sucked him in.
What the?
This can't be.
The calamity that appeared 250 years ago, with Testarossa as its core.
The Vermillion apocalypse.